Hey guys, Miss Not So Cool here, and today we're going to be doing something that I've never done before. We're going to be reviewing my fanfiction, which I know sounds a bit narcissistic of me, but I don't know, I thought, why not? Let's just put my shame out there, so, yeah. Let's just put it all out here. So, as you can see, here is the list of all the fanfics that I've done. This is the fanfiction site, as you can see on the left. Fanfiction, unleash your imagination. Trust me, I've unleashed more than my imagination. And on the right is my, I guess, username? I don't know, it's been a while since I've used fanfiction, like a year or something like that. So yeah, Mystic Girl 200, because I was basic. And I'm still basic. So, here I have like, how many stories? I know I have like over 5, maybe 11, I want to say. 11! So, before we get into this, I just want to say, for the grammar Nazis out there, this is going to be a hard sit for you because my stories are a little over the top, they're a bit unrealistic, and a lot of them, and I do mean a lot of them, have a lot of grammar errors. And I like to think that I'm a smart person, and that I don't make a lot of mistakes, and I tried not to make a lot of mistakes. In fact, I proofread some of these stuff before I published it. But still, I made a few mistakes here and there because I'm human, and that's what humans do. So some of these are a little bit, let's just say you're probably going to have a stroke during some of them. Especially my earlier stuff, because my older stuff is a little bit more mature. I mean, it's not great, but it's better than my older stuff. So yeah, this is a list of all the fanfiction that I've done. And if you pause the video to read like the captions of these, I'm gonna read it myself later, but yeah, you can probably see that there's a current and consistent theme with most of them. Most of them are based around the Vampire Diaries TV show, which is why I got into fanfiction in the first place, because I was obsessed with the Vampire Diaries when I was 11. Starting from 2012 to 2014, that was all I was obsessed with, the Vampire Diaries. So I wrote most fanfiction based off that show. I was just in love with that show. I binge watched it all the way to season 3. Then around season 4, I started catching up with it while it was still currently airing. But around season 5, I kind of gave up on the show because it just went stupid. And then I ended up watching the spin-off, the originals, which I'm actually behind on. I think they're on season 3, going on 4. I have no idea where they are. I'm kind of behind on a lot of shows, actually, because politics was a bitch. But anyway, yeah, sure, it was a bitch, even though I couldn't vote because, well, fuck it. Anyway, going back into fanfiction, I loved writing fanfiction. These were the best time of my life. 2013 to 2014 were awesome for me, fanfiction-wise, because I spent most of my time and energy writing, and I loved writing. I still do love writing, but for some reason I stopped. I don't understand why. I had this writer's block, and I had it even back then, but it got so bad to the point where I didn't publish for a year. As you can see, like, the last thing I probably published, like, I want to see, like, what was the last thing going by published? What was the last thing I wrote? Does it even show? Alright, from 2013, what was the most recent one that I did? Most recent was Little Miss Perfect. And that was in February 2015. I've literally haven't written in a year since then. A year, and it's about to be 2 years now. If I don't come back in like 11 days from now, so that's fucking insane. I haven't written, and what's this on top? The one they call, okay, so I did write a little bit more. Silver Lining, Red, but still, that's still in February. Silver Lining is like in March, and okay, the awkward moment was in April, because that was for April Fools. But yeah, outside of that, I haven't wrote since. I only wrote like 2 chapters for this one, so my god, I'm so behind on this. But yeah, I'm thinking of going back to it because I had so much fun and I had so many good memories just writing, and yeah, I just came up with a lot of excuses not to do it. I mean, some of it was just mostly procrastinating, but then serious stuff happened, and like school, I got caught up and it was so busy even though I'm homeschooled and that shouldn't happen, but fuck, I don't know. But anyway, all that being said and done, this is all that I have to show for. In all my 16 years of being alive, this is my legacy. My fanfiction. Ah, boy. So, now that story's out of the way, sorry if I ramble, but like I said, full warning to anyone that's a grammar Nazi. You're probably not gonna like this. There's lots and lots of mistakes being made. But anyway, let's start in the beginning. The first fanfiction I ever made was Never Let Me Fall. Second was Growing Up, there was Abomination, fourth was Drop in the Ocean, and so on. I'll keep going. But, yeah. Anyway, this is going to be kind of cringy, because I'm going to be reading it. I wrote these when I was like 12. I'm not 12 anymore. I'm still a little cringy, but I'm not that cringy anymore. So reading this is going to be very suffocating for me than it would be for you guys watching and reading these. I don't know if you've read them already. I doubt them. I doubt it, but clearly people did because, as you can see here on the reviews, a lot of people reviewed my stuff. Especially the first two, like 52, 83, 35. Why the fuck are there 83 reviews for Growing Up? That is like the worst one I've ever made. To me personally, I think my first two fanfictions, Growing Up and Never Let Me Fall, are by far the worst ones I've ever made. Just based on grammar and writing alone. Like, I was so immature. I had no idea what I was doing. And yet, these are my most popular series. Growing Up, well, yeah, a little bit of Never Let Me Fall, and Abomination. I want to say Abomination is probably the best series I've made. Mostly because it was kind of original. Well, not original. I mean, everyone's in a story about Elena having a sister and vampire and blah blah blah. But I don't know. Mine was just a little bit better. I don't know. I was content with Abomination. These others, not. In fact, Growing Up is the only series in which I refused for the longest time to never read it. Like, I seriously refused not to go back and read it. I reread some of my old fanfictions. Like I've reread. God, that's hard to say. I reread Abomination, Never Let Me Fall, all that stuff. At least once in a while, just out of curiosity, to see where I am, to see how far I came along. Growing Up, no, I can't get past the first chapter. I mean, I got better by the end, but it was still pretty bad. It's still pretty bad. But anyway, let's go into the first one, Never Let Me Fall, because that one was my first one. In fact, I wrote, I want to say the first 15, actually no, not 15, I want to say 20 chapters on my library office. Before I even had a Yahoo account, so that way I could make an email, so that way I could actually have a fanfiction account. But anyway, let's go into Never Let Me Fall. What do we have in here? As we are slowly loading in. My god, my computer is so slow. And we are here. Are we? No, we're not. The connection got interrupted because, of course it did. Nope. We're going in. Are we good? Are we safe? Yeah? We're in! Alright. Sorry if that was too loud. I'm trying not to be loud. I don't really have a proper microphone. I'm literally talking through my laptop. So if you hear any weird stuff in the background, then don't worry. It's just my roach friends that live underneath my bedroom. Also, I'm recording this in my bedroom, so it's just the roaches underneath the bed that's making those weird noises. Lucille and Richard are great roommates, by the way, so don't judge them. They're fantastic. They always bring me something nice to eat in the middle of the night, so... Anyway, we're in Never Let Me Fall. Alright, so currently there's 35 reviews, 12 favorites, almost 10,000 views, 20 followers. That's amazing. This is the cover of Never Let Me Fall. Like, this is the cover I made. And yes, I did make this myself. I got 2 Demi Lovato pictures off Google Images, and then I cut them in half and then paste them together. Now, I'm not good at editing. Like, I'm still trying to get good with that, but yeah, I was pretty proud of this one. Like, this one turned out pretty good. I mean, yeah, it's a little out of sync, obviously, because these are like 2 completely different pictures, but considering how shit I was, I mean, I was literally like 13 or 12 when I did this. I think 13. But yeah, Demi file too, like, it turned out pretty good. So yeah, as you can see, the category Vampire Diaries. This is actually a complete story. I think this was like, I want to say the second story I completed, because the first one was growing up while this one was still going, but then this was the second one. It's rated M for mature, even though it's by far not mature, but I mean, there is that one episode or chapter, if you whatever you want to call it, in the story that's a little bit hot and heavy, so I guess it's M for mature, but really it's not. It's really not. There's some drama that's in English, but anyway, the summary. After her parents' death, Anna and her sister, Melissa, moved to Mystic Falls, Virginia to start fresh. But what they don't realize is what secrets the town holds for them. Anna will be thrown in the world of the supernaturals. How will she survive? Parentheses, first fanfic, don't judge, ... good story. Parentheses. Stefan Anna ship. Rated T, maybe M later on, ... So yeah, as you can see, this is already on a bad start. It's telling me not to judge first fig, good story. Okay, fair enough. The reason why I put this here was because I've seen it on a lot of other fanfics at the time. Because when you go on a fanfiction website and you go through a certain, say, category, you get to read summaries of other people. So I was basically studying other people's summary and trying to figure out what fits mine better. And you only have so many characters left. Like, there's still like 52 characters left, but like, this is much as what I use. This is what I used. So I've no idea. I don't have any currently selected characters, because all of them are in there. It's supernatural, which is accurate. Drama, which I guess is sort of accurate. But yeah, let's not waste any time. In fact, wait, what's content in chapters? I think that just shows how many chapters I have. I don't think it tells me, like, how many... Nope, it's not gonna work. Bail. Bail. Let's have a moment of silence for the last audio recording. Yeah, so anyway, I'm so sorry about that last recording. I don't know what happened. I'm using Filmora right now, which is kind of, let's just say it's a little complicated for me to use because of the whole registering thing. I don't quite understand it. I'm trying to get used to it. It took me a long time to edit this. Like, let me just tell you right now, editing this is a bitch right now. Like, it's been taking me a few days to do this. The last recording was on the 11th. This one is currently on the 16th, so it's taking me about 5 days to finish this. It's probably going to take me even longer, so by the time I finish this, it'll probably already have been a year since I've written fanfiction already, as you have already seen. So, anyway, I'm very sorry about that. I'm going to see if I can find a different way to edit, but for right now, I'm stuck with this, so bear with me. So, let's see where we left off. Like I said, I was going to continue with Never Let Me Fall. Originally, I was going to do one chapter of every single fanfic I did. I was going to read all the first chapters of all the fanfics I did. But now it's a lot of time has passed since then, so I don't really feel like it right now. I don't have the time for it, neither the patience or enthusiasm for it. And like I said, editing this is already a headache as it is. So for now, I'm just going to continue reading this, as per usual. Never Let Me Fall. In Ethelix, which is quite classy. Anna. So you know who's saying this. And as you can see in the summary, it's my first fanfic, don't judge, good story. So let's continue where we left off. Dear Diary, it's been a while since I last wrote in, so I'll let you in on my previous so-called adventure. Okay, so my sister Melissa and I moved from Denver, Colorado to Mystic Falls, Virginia. My sister had gotten a job at the news studio and became a journalist. Yeah, because that's how that works. While I attended one of Mystic Falls high schools, I had become best friends with Bonnie Bennett and Elena Gilbert. I remember when I first came to the school, Elena introduced me to Bonnie and Caroline. From there we became best friends, except Caroline and I, who just stayed close friends. Everyone was surprised that I was Tyler Lockwood's cousin, who was the mayor's son. I know Tyler isn't really the type to brag, but he never even mentioned my name to his friends, which I found quite odd. Anywho, I thought Mystic Falls was an ordinary, dull, and boring town. But after a year had passed, there were news all over the TV about animal attacks, missing bodies, and strange disappearances. It didn't really take me long to know Bonnie was a witch and that I was supposed to be some sort of mantra, who is supposed to be able to see into the future. I also remember Elena introducing me to Stefan Salvatore, who is very cute. Oh, who am I kidding? He's hot! At first, I thought he was just another pretty face, but after getting to know him, I realized he's a nice, sweet guy. I always wanted to be with him, but after I found out he and Elena were a thing, I had no choice but to back off. As much as I love Stefan, I can't be with him, since Elena is my best friend. After a while, I found out about vampires, and that Stefan was one. It took me about 2 weeks to accept him, and who he was. Well, that's all I have to write about. Oh, and I almost forgot. Vicky is dead, Elena was adopted, Stefan lost control, and Catherine is back in Mystic Falls. Smiley face. P.S. I'm new here. Okay, so where do I even start? Wow. Oh, gosh. Well, I did get a comment on this one alone to change the whole line about Tyler Lockwood cousin, because I had this, I had it written a different way before. I edited differently this time, because before I had it like, everyone was surprised that I was Tyler Lockwood's cousin, who was the mayor's son, or actually that is what I have right now. I don't know, I had it differently, and it sounded weird, so now that's a little bit better now. Everything else is a little bit, mantra. Mantra? I believe I read that somewhere. I'm not sure if that's actually what a mantra does. I think I was going for medium, but I couldn't do with medium. I had to make it sound more fancier. What is a mantra actually? Let me Google that right now. What is a mantra? Okay, so here are the first few results that come up when I Google what is a mantra. Here it says mantra. What does that sound like? Okay, so here are the first few results that come up when I Google what is a mantra. Here it says mantra. What does that sound like? It does not give me a sound. Okay then. Mantra originally is Hinduism and Buddhism, a word or sound repeated to aid concentration in meditation. A Vedic hymn, a statement or slogan repeated frequently. So it's not a person, it's something you do? So where did I get that from? It's a speech or action, it's not a person. What is a mantra? Here on Wikipedia, it's a sacred utterance, a Nemean sound, a symbol. It may or may not have somatic structure or literal meaning. It does say something about psychological and spiritual powers though, so I mean, maybe that's why I thought it was something. Oh god, so I was basically bullshitting my way through this. Okay.
What happens if I search supernatural mantra? Is there a difference there? Okay, so this is what came up when I searched what is a supernatural mantra. And I think this is where I got the superpower thing from. Because it says something like, hold on, let's see. Let's look into the first one. Supernatural power meditation. What do we got? Any day now. WordPress.com. What do you have? I swear this thing makes my computer a lot slower than it actually is. Like, what the fuck? Okay, so, what do we have here? What the fuck is a mantra? Supernatural power usually means a type of power which is not possessed through any technical whatever. The power of Earth, meditation of Earth. That's something that apparently a mantra can do. You can build ground on the sky. My character can't fly. What is this bullshit? Oh my god, it's so slow. It's like every time I try to record, my computer just dies on me. Well, fuck it. Anyway, back to the story, I guess. Jesus.
Oh my god. Anyway, we're back to Abomination. Well, we were never back, but anyway, we're gonna continue reading. Enough with the mantra bullshit. We'll get to that when we get there. As for now, let's read Abomination. This is the third story I wrote, I believe. Summary. Your parents die in a car crash. Okay. You end up being your sibling's legal guardian. Fine. You turn into a vampire. Sure. You end up being sire to the vampire that killed you. Alright. You are slowly starting to fall for your sire. Okay, wait, what? You will be involved in his dysfunctional family. No, wait, stop! You're also a reincarnation of a true abomination. No. Just no. ... Whoops! So anyway, like I said, this is the most popular series, I believe. Based on views? Wait, not views. Followers. Followers, reviews, whatever. It all matches up. So anyway, this one isn't really as cringy as the other ones. It's actually pretty damn decent for what it is. But yeah, we'll see. It's definitely a lot better than the second one, Growing Up. I can tell you that straight away without even having to read it. So let's read the first chapter. Here goes nothing. Well, here goes everything, but anyway, let's go. There was no turning back now. I've made my choice, and I'm going to live up to it. Hopefully, it won't be regretful. But I need to see them again. After driving up the driveway, I got out of my black Camry. I quickly went over to my back trunk and took out my luggage. It was only one suitcase and a backpack. I soon walked up the porch and knocked on the door, at least twice. I could hear movement in the house. Somebody was playing video games, while somebody else was descending down the staircase about to open the front door. In this case, without even thinking much, I could tell it would be my sister to open the door. Plus, the fragrance gave it away. Soon the front door opened up. I embraced myself for the worst, and the millions of questions I knew I was going to be asked. I opened my eyes to look up at the person standing in front of me, with eyes identical to mine. "Angie?" she said in shock, yet uncertain. "Hey, Elena, long time no see," I told her, sheepishly with a smile. Tears sprung in my sister's eyes, and she didn't hesitate on leaving the doorway to hug me tight. I hugged her back. I literally haven't seen her in months. She looked different. She was the same, but she was giving off a different vibe. She was ... sadder and more fragile than before. "Hey, it's getting cold outside. Maybe we should go in," I told her, hoping she'd invite me in. "Yeah, you're right. Well, don't just stand there. Come in here," she told me teasingly. I grinned and slowly walked into the house, making sure I could get in. I was in. "You okay?" she asked me, concerned about my strange behavior. "Yeah, I'm fine. It's just strange coming back home and being here after everything," I told her. It was half true. She bought it. Her eyes teared up more slightly. I wasn't sure if it was for joy of seeing me or for sadness for our parents. I'm sorry, it's just I haven't seen you all summer and I really missed you so much. Elena tried to explain, but I lifted my hand up, showing she didn't need to explain, and I understood why she was acting the way she was. Jeremy! Jeremy, get down here! Elena yelled to the ceiling in excitement. She was calling down our brother, but he didn't hear. Yo, Jer! I tried, but nothing worked. We both walked up the stairs. Elena soon entered Jeremy's room. I stayed outside hearing what they were saying. I could hear Jeremy playing video games and listening to loud rock music in his headphones. Elena was calling out his name until she saw his headphones. She turned off the TV and took his headphones off. Jeremy fussed as Elena encouraged him to go outside his room to see a surprise. Jeremy soon got out of his room and stopped dead end on his tracks. He looked at me dumbfounded, and I couldn't help but grin a bit. His expression was completely priceless, that I was actually surprised I didn't break down in laughter after seeing it. Ange? Jeremy called out, as if he was seeing a ghost right before him. At that point, I broke out a smile and said, Hey, Jer. Jeremy looked at me shocked and stunned, but just like Elena, he didn't hesitate on hugging me to death. I hugged him back, trying so hard not to kill him with my death hug. How are you? Where are you? Where are you? Why are you here? How'd you get here? Jeremy started to erupt with questions I knew was coming. I'm surprisingly, due to what happened this summer, fine. I was in Tennessee, then I went to Memphis, then I was mainly in New York. Man, I wouldn't mind going back to New York again. I decided that I need to be here for you guys and that Jenna was going to help you read forever, so I talked to the lawyers last week and was able to convince them to let me be your legal guardian, and obviously by car. I answered all Jeremy's sudden questions. Legal guardian? Both Jeremy and Elena exclaimed, wondering if they misheard me. Yeah, it was either me or Jenna, and I think I can manage since I knew you guys like the back of my hand, I told them. But how can you take care of us and go to college at the same time? Wouldn't it be too much? Elena asked me. I sighed slightly. Look, both Jenna and I are in college. I don't want to ruin her college years by putting the burden of two children under the age of 18 in her care. And to be honest with you, my college years pretty much sucked during the first and second year. There's really no excitement, so I'd gladly take over if that's okay with you, I told them. Eventually, they agreed to it, knowing there was no other options out there. Just know that I won't be too hard on you guys, yet I'm not going to baby you either. I'll give you some tough love and try to make it work. I'm pretty much going to be the female version of Dad, sadly, I told them. Elena nudged me slightly by the arm playfully. I smiled. You want me to cook something or order some pizza? I asked them. They looked at me slightly and raised their eyebrows as if it wasn't obvious. I rolled my eyes slightly and muttered, Pizza it is. They both smiled. I'll go unpack in my room. I'll see you guys soon, and Elena, I just ordered the usuals, I told them, before walking off to my room. That was ironically next and close by to Elena's room. I got in and saw nothing really changed much except for the empty closet and drawers. It was pretty much the same as I left it. The walls were painted lavender. My bed was queen size. There was a purple circular rug on the center of the room. The dresser was wooden and painted brown like my eyes, and my windowsill had a flowery curtain design. I placed my luggage and backpack down and sped over to my bed. I soon plopped down on the bed. I sighed slightly. Everything was so different now. My life had changed so much in such a short period of time. I started thinking about it and putting it in order. I lost my parents. I left town. I met some random guy. I became a vampire. I learned so many things about the supernaturals in the world they lived in, and now I was my siblings' legal guardian. What else was next? For some strange reason, I was able to handle a few things in life. Nothing was too much for me. I could easily deal with it. After my parents died, I was a wreck like Elena and Jeremy. After leaving town to go find myself, I soon got better. It was as if my parents didn't even die to begin with. Yes, it was still hard, but it wasn't as strong as before. After becoming a vampire, it wasn't exactly a big deal. I knew I had it coming, and I accepted my fate. The only thing I didn't really like was the sensitive hearing and the constant bloodlust. But other than that, it was alright, I suppose. There are some other things I was able to handle in life, but I just didn't feel like bringing them up again. For one thing, some of them were just too painful, and for another, they just weren't worth remembering about. Like my mother used to say, if anything was too painful then as it still is now, it's best to forget about it if you don't want to feel the pain anymore. She was right. She was always right. I didn't need to feel anything. I hadn't exactly turned my emotions off, but I just didn't have it in me to face reality. I wanted to block out the pain for who knows how long. As long as I couldn't feel anything, especially what happened this summer, I would be just fine. It was September and back to school time. As far, so far, I had everything managed out, from number 2 pencils to setting up the alarm clocks. You guys want toast? I can make toast, I asked him just in case. It's all about the coffee, Ange, Elena told me as she poured herself some coffee. Is there coffee? Jeremy wondered as he strolled through the kitchen. I gave him a look, yet I didn't say anything. I knew he was on drugs, yet I never confronted him about it. I understood why he did it. We all grieve in different ways. Jeremy did drugs, Elena writes in her diary, and I became a vampire. Everyone has their own ways of grieving. Mine was a little extreme, but hey, what you gonna do? Anyone got lunch money? I checked. I'm good, Elena told me. Okay, you got your money, coffee, number 2 pencil. What am I missing? I rechecked, making sure everything ran smoothly. Don't you have some classes to go to? Elena reminded me. Class won't start in 10 minutes. Crap! Okay, you guys have fun or whatever, or just study and do your best. Okay, look, I don't know what to say, but get out there and give it your all and I suck at speeches. Just go! I started out before practically running to my car. Angie! Elena yelled out to me before I reached the front door. Yeah? I asked her. You're still in your PJs! Elena informed me before walking out with Jeremy. Once they were out of the house and long gone, I sped up to my room to pick out a quick outfit and wait for the showers. In just seconds I was done, when usually it would take an hour for a human to do what I just did. I should know from experience. I soon ate some cereal and drank some coffee before speeding to my college district. Forget the car, it'll only slow me down. By the time I got there, I only had 2 minutes left on the clock. I sighed in relief. After all the things I did this morning, plus getting here in just 10 minutes less, I should have earned an award or something. I soon decided to head for my classes, praying in my head that nobody would ask me how I got there so fast without my car. After a while, it was nighttime. I had called Elena knowing she was at some party that they threw during the whole back-to-school thing. Hey, Elena, how are you? I'm just checking to make sure you're okay, I told her over the phone. Hey, Ange, I'm fine. I'm just at the bonfire party. Anyway, I'm fine. I'll talk to you later. I'm kinda busy, she told me. From the way she was trying to quickly end the conversation, I knew something was up. I was pretty much the one that invented that trick. Okay then, have fun, but not too much fun with Mr. Mystery Guy over there. We already have enough problems for this family already, I informed her. I could tell Elena was shocked that I was able to put the pieces together. I soon hung up before she even got a chance to reply. I soon started going over the mail that we had in the kitchen. Some were catalogs, but most of them were just junk mail. But soon I saw a newspaper article. Its headlines read, Animal Attack of Darren and Brooke. I read the rest of the article, where the police had no idea what animal did it. Whatever it was, they swore to catch it before it took another innocent life. Even though it looked like some animal attack, I could tell from the way they were bitten and killed that it couldn't possibly be an animal. I couldn't even identify what kind of animal it could be. From that, I knew it must have been a vampire. What confused me was who was this vampire, but I didn't worry too much about it. What worried me the most was how I protected Lena and Jeremy from him, her, or worse. Dot 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 dot. Damn. Parentheses A/N. Whatever that means. Connor, whatever. So anyway, these are Arthur notes. Now this is something I do. This is something that I did in nearly all of my fanfictions. Because again, this is something I saw in other fanfictions. People leaving like comments, writers leaving comments on their own stuff. Arthur notes, stuff like that. Some of them were cool, some of them were obnoxious. A lot of mine are obviously in one of those categories. You'll never guess which one. But anyway, let's see what I wrote here. What'd you think of the intro? This story is by Angelia Gilbert's point of view at the moment. Anyway, I'll just brush up some history facts about her to you. Here we go. Angelia Jessica Gilbert is her full name. Age, 21. Status, undead. Gender, female. Oh my god, did you assume her gender? Family, Elena. Sister, twin-ish. That part is a little confusing, but I swear whenever I get back to writing the story again, I'll explain why twinish. Jeremy, brother, cousin. Spoiler if you haven't seen the show. Jenna, adoptive aunt. Grayson Gilbert, adoptive father / comma, deceased. It should be / but whatever. Miranda Gilbert, adoptive mother, also deceased. John Gilbert, uncle / birth father. See, I did / there. I don't know why I didn't do / for the others. Isabel Fleming, birth mother. Lark Saltzman, stepfather. Relationships, family, Gilbert, Fleming, and Saltzman. Okay, basic. Friends, possibly Lexi, Damon Salvatore, and Lark Saltzman. These aren't like truly who our friends are right now, it's just possibly. Romance, Logan Fell, and question mark, who knows? Who knows who it could be? Could be the sire, could be someone else, who knows? Enemies, possibly Catherine, Sage, or Rebecca. People said that she shouldn't be enemies with Rebecca in some of the comments that I got. I don't really think I'm gonna make her like a legit enemy of Rebecca like I am gonna make her with Catherine. It's gonna be more like a love-hate type thing between her and Rebecca. I don't know. I haven't gotten to that part of the story, but I don't think they're gonna be like true enemies. I don't think she's gonna really hate on Rebecca that much. She'll probably just feel sorry for her, like most people. Bio. She is part of the Gilbert family. She's 4 years older than Elena, yet strangely enough they look like twins, except Angelia's hair is raven black, as Elena's hair is brown. Her lips are naturally a darker shade of red, and she is taller than Elena with or without high heels. She has a close relationship with her siblings, yet she won't push her limits. Jeremy, Elena, and as far as we know, everyone else doesn't know Angelia is a vampire now. She plans on keeping it a secret until the time is right. It is said that Angelia fled town after her parents' death, or supposedly funeral. She had went the entire summer without seeing or contacting her siblings or other family relatives. They had no idea of her whereabouts, which explains why Elena and Jeremy were shocked to see her again in the beginning of the introduction story. Angelia is supposed to be the responsible one, yet like Jenna, she'll have a hard time adapting to being the parent in the household. She has never met either of the Salvatore brothers. As the title says, she's an abomination, but you'll see why. And it won't be referred to as Esther had described her children, the originals, as abominations. Angelia is a different kind. You'll wait and see. Angelia is fun-loving, has her moments to be responsible since she's the oldest, isn't perfect, has flaws like not being good, like not making good speeches, and has too many painful memories that she blocks it out, even the good ones. Well, good times. She's known for not being scared off. She handles tough situations pretty easily. Losing parents was tough, but she ended up moving on quicker than her siblings did. Then she became a vampire. She adapted easier, faster to nature than most of the newbie vampires did, without help. She had help. But yeah, so anyway, these are just cliff notes about her past in case you're interested in reading about it. Like, yeah. These are really just the cliff notes, so... So once again, as you can see, these are just cliff notes again of what just was rehashing the story, like the whole memory thing, good summer, but why does she refuse to remember, yada yada yada. Anyway, what do you think? Love it, hate it, like it, smiley face. Now that's kind of something that's interesting. because I don't want to call anyone out, but I never really tried to like shamelessly plug or like say like, oh, why don't you rate or like favorite or something like that. Like I didn't really do that. I mean, at least not in the beginning. Like I kind of did that a little later. Like, oh, if you're interested, check the story out or something like that. But I never like promoted all my stories like that. Like there was like an exception with a few, especially if it was like a sequel or something similar. Then I'd be like, oh, I recommend you check this out or something like that. If you're curious, give it a read, favorite, whatever you decide. But I never was like, oh, like and subscribe. Like, no, I never was like, I don't know. I mean, I understand why people do that. Even in fanfiction, it was like, oh, rate me. I mean, they want to be known. They want to be put out there. They want to be shared. They want to be favorited and stuff like that. That's cool. That's cool, but I don't know. I never really did that. And for YouTube, I mean, I can't predict what the future is. I don't know if I'll do that or like sell out like that or anything. I mean, people have their reasons for doing it. I'm not gonna bash them that hard for that, but I don't know. I never really did it like that, so I don't know. It's just me personally. Just a personal preference. Just saying. Moving on, as always, it's always best to save the best for last. And this sure is something, I would say. But before we go into it, let's just study this for a second. Like, not even go into the summary, just look at the photo. This was not the original photo I had for this story. In the first, like, this is I uploaded this picture when I uploaded the last chapter, episode, whatever you want to call it, of this story. This is what I put for the last episode, the last chapter. But in the beginning chapters, I only had photos of like Stefan and Catherine from the actual show of like season 2 when they were encountering, when they were just looking at each other in the boarding house. You know that one. I'm sure you can Google it and find it somewhere. Those are the pictures I was using. Those two. And they were very close to each other, like almost like about to kiss. Not quite, but like they were very intimate in those photos. So those were the photos I used. I had 2 of them. And then this was the 3rd photo, which I saved for the very last one to as an epilogue type thing. It'll make more sense later, but yeah. So, as for the summary says, growing up, Catherine and Stefan are both juniors, but they're very different. Catherine is the most popular girl in school and is head cheerleader, while Stefan is just a regular, everyday junior, who no one pays much mind to. After a liquor-filled party, Catherine ends up pregnant. Okay, sounds legit. Who do you think did it? When will they realize they'll have to grow up sooner or later? Okay, so that little thing right there between in the line, who do you think did it? Before the question mark, I was gonna put like an emote there, you know, like that whole like straight face, bored face, where it's just, you know, the one I'm talking about. I'll try to see if I can even put it in the description, but like, you know that face where it's like you don't have any emotion, that face. I was trying to put that. It did not transfer well, as you can see. I mean, there's a line here near the romance/drama, between the romance/drama and between Stefan S. Coma. There's like a line there, so maybe that's a continuing, but like still, that one was a complete fail. So anyway, there are 22 chapters. The story is complete. It was fully done right around New Year's, like I think I uploaded this like around 11:30, so it was like right before we got into 2014, like right there, right to end the new year on. I ended it with growing up. So yeah, this is like my most popular series and probably the worst one I've ever made. There's 83 reviews, 50 favorites. There's a lot of followers, but yet there's a lot more reviews than followers. I'm not sure how that works, but anyway, I guess that works with YouTube. You have a lot of comments, and then you have less subscribers, or you have vice versa. I don't know. I don't want to get into that, but that's basically what it was like here. It's rated T, it's not that M. I mean, there is an M scene later, but like, other than that, I didn't change the whole concept to M because it's not. I think I realized by that point that just because you have one scene that's M doesn't mean you have to change the whole story to M. Yeah, I should have done that with Never Let Me Go, but anyway. The New Beginnings, Chapter 1. Well, this surely is a new beginning, that's for sure. Okay, starting now. We are in Catherine's perspective. Point of view. It was late May in Mystic Falls. I didn't know why. But I was totally psyched for this month. I'm not doing that voice for this. I can't. I mentally can't do that voice for this. It's just... no. First of all, it was the playoffs this week, and it will be our last this season. The girls in the high have been practicing hard this season to help cheer off our school's team, the Timberwolves. And if we win, and we always do, we'll throw a victory party at my house as planned. Luckily, my parents are out of town for the weekend at a business convention, since my dad's a doctor and my mom's a real estate agent. Sure. Leaving me to take care of my younger twin sister Elena and my sometimes annoying little brother Jeremy. I rolled my eyes at that thought. Ooh, lucky me. Sarcasm. Anyway, now is not the time to be thinking about how sucky my life is now. Oh yeah, your life sucks so much, Catherine. Your parents, your dad's a doctor, your mom's a real estate agent. Oh my god, where can I send your fucking donation? It's time to focus on my team and my cheers! After driving off to school, ditching my twin the entire day, I soon made it to the gym class in time, ready for my cheers! There, I saw my squad. Did I say squad before squad was even a thing? Wow. Was squad even a thing in 2013, or was that in 2014? I don't know. I feel like I made squad a thing before squad was even a thing. I definitely said squad before Suicide Squad was a thing, that's for fucking sure. Rebecca Michelson, Caroline Forbes, Amy Bradley, never to be seen again, Haley Lockwood, Jasmine Bennett, Tina Fell. Okay. Anna Lee, Vicky Donovan, April Young, and Lexi Branson. Alright, ladies, on your feet. You know what to do, I announced as I entered the gym. Everyone got into their position. This is not Catherine's voice, by the way. I don't know what I'm even doing. Catherine has more of like a raspy voice. I don't know what I'm even doing. I mean, she's a cheerleader, so she's supposed to be perky, I guess. I don't know. Everyone got into their positions. I picked up a boombox and played some instrumental techno music to keep them in the beat and in rhythm. Everyone was doing fine, except, hold it, I shouted. I stopped the music. Everyone looked at me confused. I walked up to the far left side to be face to face with Caroline Forbes. Caroline, what the hell were you doing? I asked a bit heated up. What? I was doing what you said to do, she admitted. This is also not Caroline's voice. I smirked at her a bit and eyed her from top to bottom. Well, that's not good enough. The playoffs is in 2 days. I repeat, 2 freaking days. And you're already slacking off, I reminded her. What do you mean? I did everything you told me to do last week, she stated. When I said go left, I mean go left. You are supposed to go my left, not your left. You got it? I informed her. But last week you said I was doing fine, she told me. I rolled my eyes in annoyance and frustration. Today is not last week now, is it? Now get your head in the game before I kick you off the squad permanently. Am I spelling squad correctly or incorrectly? Oh, God. I don't think I am. Maybe I am. I don't think so. I warned her, putting a lot of empathy on the last word. I meant to say emphasize, but I was too dumb to know how to spell that, so forgive me. You can't do that, she and Lexi both said. I scoffed at this. These two were literally the most annoying blondes in this entire school. At least Rebecca was tolerable. These two weren't even trying. Who's head cheerleader of this squad? I rhetorically asked them. They didn't answer, but which spoke volumes to me. I thought so. Now kick it! I shouted before playing the music. That probably didn't make any sense in the continuity of wherever this universe takes place in, or whatever timeline the story is, but fuck it, who actually cares? Now we're in the point of view of Stefan. Seriously? I asked Caroline on the phone. She was done with her cheerleading practice. Oh, I'm beyond serious, Stefan. That bitch is annoying the crap out of me today. I swear if it wasn't for the fact that playoffs are in 2 days, I'm trying my best to get promoted to a higher cheerleading position, I would so rip that little bitch's big fat head off. Caroline shouted into the phone. I'll help. Lexi added into the phone. I grinned at this. Lexi and Caroline were cousins, but sometimes, especially right now, you might mistake them to be sisters. They've been my best friends since the 1st grade. I used to have a huge crush on Caroline during middle school, but over time it vanished. I still loved her, but more like a sister now. Good luck with that. Damon would kill you two if you mess with his girl, I informed him. I heard them both scoff on the other line. It'll be worth it, they both stated. I smiled at this. Let me know when that day comes. I'll definitely record it. Anyway, I'll catch you later. Bye, Lex. Bye, Care, I told him. See ya, Steph, I heard him say before I hung up the phone. This is also not Stefan's voice. What the fuck? I soon continued walking up to my locker. I stopped dead on my tracks when I saw her, Elena Gilbert. In my eyes, she was the most beautiful girl in the entire town, the most compassionate person you'd ever met, and the most graceful and elegant girl in this entire school. I sighed as I saw her approach her locker. I still can't believe that last month she broke up with me, and the crazy thing is, for no apparent reason. But that still didn't mean I couldn't admire her from afar. 2 days later. We are back to Catherine's perspective. Let's go, Timberwolves, here we go, bum, bum. 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 The girls and I cheered. It was the day of the playoffs. We had our football players on the field. Damon Salvatore, my honey boo. Tyler Lockwood, Matt Donovan, Luca Martin, or Martian, whatever you want to say, Cole and Klaus Michelson, Matt Fieldman, Brandon Branson, Lexi's younger brother, about a year apart, Taylor Black, Ben McKittrick, and Sam Shane. It was the Timberwolves versus the Beavers. The scoreboard was at 67-53. That is not at all how football is like. I can assure you, I saw the Super Bowl. It was boring as fuck. It did not go like that. There was no damn 63-50. Alright. As I said before, we always win. I don't know if it's the town or me, but we definitely have a lucky charm among us. After what seemed like 20 minutes to me, the game was over. It was no damn 20 minutes. And we won the game! Again! Everyone literally lost their minds. We all ran out to the field to congratulate our winners. Rebecca hugged her brothers tight and kissed Matt Donovan's cheek. Lexi kept cheering for her brother's success. Vicky disappeared, probably to do some drugs or whatever. Caroline kissed Tyler Lockwood, her boyfriend, and I made out with mine, Damon Salvatore. Of course you do. Of course. Now we are at Stefan's perspective. After the game, everyone went wild and started cheering like crazy. I shook my head slightly. Every year is the same thing. I soon left the bleachers and headed for the locker room to properly congratulate my brother on his success. As I was walking in the locker room, I bumped into someone. Oh, sorry, I trailed off once I saw the person. The curly hair, the dark red lipstick, the shortest skirt I've ever seen. This was definitely not Elena. Catherine, I said in spite and confusion. It's you again? She said in disgust to herself. I would say it's nice to see you again, but that would be a lie and I wouldn't, I told her. The feeling's mutual, she added with a smug look on her face. Honestly, I don't understand how an evil demon creature like her could have such an angel-like face. But then again, she and Elena are twins, so... What are you doing in the locker room anyway? To kiss up my boyfriend in private. And you? She told me, putting empathy on the word boyfriend. Blowjob! To congratulate my brother on his victory tonight, I told her. She gave me a fake smile like smirk, and I did the same. You could totally see the hatred in each other's eyes without taking a second glance at us. As much as I hate to say it, and you know I will, but since you are my Damon's little brother, I see I have no choice but to invite you over to my house for the after party, she told me, hesitantly, before handing me a flyer with an invitation on it. I'll see if I can manage, he replied. Catherine looked at me with a bored face and rolled her eyes before walking off, muttering, asshole. I smirked at her as she disappeared. Maybe making her life a living hell at this party could brighten up my day. Foreshadowing! Alright, another Arthur note. Okay, so that's the beginning of my story. What'd you think? I try not to make them too OCC, whatever that means. I think I meant out of character, but I just said OCC instead of out OOC, whatever. Anyway, Catherine is dating Damon. Damon and Stefan are obviously brothers. Catherine and Stefan dislike each other. Stefan used to date Elena until she broke up with him. You'll see why. Lex and Carolina cousins. How ironic. Oh, and Jasmine Bennett is Bonnie's younger cousin, next to Lucy. Anna Lee is Anna from TVD that Jeremy dated. I made up her last name. They're not important in the story, but I thought you should know anyway. Okay, so let me know what you think, and don't bash too much. Anyway, see you soon. Bye! Okay, I almost lost it there. So yeah, that's the beginnings! Honestly, this is so shit that I actually feel sorry that I should actually continue. I'm gonna do the second chapter right now because I think I even uploaded the second chapter after I uploaded this because I knew that this was gonna be enough. It's too short. And besides, it's just, no, you need to see to its full shape potential. So I'm gonna show you the next chapter right now. Here we go. Chapter 2. The After Party and One Night Stands. Sounds about right. Arthur note. I'd like to thank you guys so much for reviewing and liking my story. I don't know why, but I feared you wouldn't. Oh, you feared correctly, my friend. You still fear it. Anyway, keep them coming. They're a girl's best friend. Smiley face. Anyway, here's the next chapter. Hope you enjoy. That's another thing I don't understand. Why did people enjoy this? I mean, I don't want to bash them. I mean, if you enjoy these type of stories, then that's cool. But, like, I don't know. Why did people like it? It's like with my Twitter. Like, why do people follow me? Like, it's one thing to like or retweet what I say, but why would you follow me? I wouldn't even follow me. Like, why would you follow me? And I'll try to put it in the link description below, my Twitter, Instagram. But still, why would you follow me? But anyway, I don't know. Anyway, going on. Moving on, we're on Catherine's perspective. The after party, / beers and pots, / one night stands. Actually, that was originally the full title, but I don't think it could fit. Or the / thing couldn't go in, so I just went with and one night stands. But anyway. Okay, after party at my house, bad idea. I had no idea half the school would show up. Usually we had our after parties at the Lockwood Mansion and the Salvatore boarding house. In fact, just last year we had one at the Michelson household. But ever since that beer pong incident, nobody dared throw a party at Michelson's mansion without Michael Michelson's approval. There was loud music everywhere, about 300 people in and outside my house partying that I've never even met before, 21 different alcohols and beers in the kitchen, courtesy of the Michelsons, confetti in every inch of the house, half-dressed people upstairs, and don't even get me started on the idiot who brought a bunch of chickens to the party thinking it would be funny. I eventually decided to let loose and enjoy the party. It's not like my parents are coming home tomorrow anyway. Did I just predict the lyrics to Don't Threaten Me with a Good Time? The fuck? Anyway, all I'm missing is a guy in a chiffon skirt. After a while, I got half drunk, but was still aware of what was going on. Matt Donovan was shirtless, Rebecca was high, thanks to Vicky Donovan. Jeremy was high on weed. April had passed out on the living room rug. Cole was pretending to be a stripper and nearly stripped in front of everyone. Klaus was nowhere to be seen. Bonnie Bennett was drunk on tequila. It's the first time I've actually seen her drunk. Tyler was grinding against Caroline near a wall. Haley was having belly shots with complete strangers, and I was dirty dancing with Damon. In my eyes, everyone seemed to be having a good time. Or at least I hoped. Yeah, I'm sure they're gonna be just fine tomorrow. No problems at all. We are in Stefan's perspective. This place was a disaster. I swear, I've never seen such a jacked up looking house before, during, and after party. I soon made my way through the drunk crowd. I saw Tyler making out with Caroline in the living room near a wall. I rolled my eyes slightly and headed for the kitchen. Ba-boom! A random guy who was shirtless and had red paint on his belly button that read A with a capital. He had a cap on and ran out of the kitchen like Superman. A raven-haired girl ran after him in anger and was about to hit him with her high-heeled shoe. Apparently he had tongue-raped her with a kiss. I noticed all the different drinks on the table. Why not? I mean, it is a party after all. Once I got near the bourbon, everything started to make sense now. No wonder everyone was losing their minds. Somebody spiked the drinks with some sort of drug. Whatever it wasn't making me carefree and actually mellow and happy for a change. I had forgotten I had a reputation to uphold from both my parents, but mainly my father. I had forgotten I was part of the founding families, and my last name was considered as royalty to this town. To be honest, I had forgotten I was even in high school. All I felt like doing was having a good time, not caring what the horrible outcome might be. I guess that's the beauty of being drunk. You don't care anymore. You just want to have fun and lose yourself to the music. After a while, somebody entered the kitchen, but I didn't pay her no mind. I was too busy drinking to notice. The fuck? She dropped down. I nearly choked on my drink when I heard her voice. I looked at her and knew right away she wasn't Elena. Catherine? I said with a bored expression. Stefan? Catherine said in a monotone voice. Like me. I see you're enjoying yourself. Tried the tequila yet? Oh, sorry. I see you're enjoying yourself. Tried the tequila yet? I heard it's really good, especially the Michelson's one, Catherine asked me. I raised my eyebrow slightly. Look at you being all civil and kind to me, as if you actually care. It's funny, actually. I find it hilarious, really. I told her, slightly chuckling under my breath to prove my point. She narrowed her eyes at me. I was trying to make conversation, but hey, whatever. I'll see you later, Salvador. She snorted slightly, about to leave. Like hell I will. I muttered bitterly to myself at the fact of seeing her again. She soon turned her heels over to look at me. Why is there 3 O's and look? To look at me dead in the eye. Watch it, Salvatore. You may be my Damon's little pathetic brother, but that doesn't mean I'll hesitate on kicking your ass. She spat out. I smiled slightly and rolled my eyes slightly. Yeah, you do that. We'll see who gets really hurt, I told her. Yeah, right, as if you got the balls to punch a woman, she scoffed sarcastically. It was my turn to look her dead in the eye. I may not hurt you physically, but I can mentally. I don't need violence when it comes to you. Action may speak louder than words, but words hurt a lot more than action. From actions you can heal, but words last for an eternity. I lectured her slightly before walking off to grab another drink. Catherine glared at me slightly, thinking over what I said, but she soon rolled her eyes and left the kitchen. I laughed slightly to myself. She's pissed now, just wait until she finds out I'm the reason why that idiot dude out there brought the chickens. And Stephen High was at the party. He was like Mr. Chow from Hangover. I swear, one drink, just one freaking drink with the guy, and you'll probably end up in Mexico with twin Asians girls doing your hair in your sleep. I shrugged my shoulders slightly at the mental image of pissed off Catherine. I passed out. Jesus. If she ever found out and continued on drinking. Surprisingly, it was the tequila Catherine had requested, but I didn't complain. Foreshadowing! And also, why did I not make a fanfiction about Mr. Chow, or make a spin-off of that idea of ending up in Mexico with twin Asians doing your hair in your sleep? That sounds like an awesome thing. Why did I not do that? If I had the imagination to come up with that randomly just for a throwaway gag, why didn't I actually make a story based off? Man, why do I have to be stuck? Whatever. Catherine's point of view. After an unpleasant encounter with Stefan Salvador, I was soon upstairs with Damon. We were having one of our makeout sessions until I decided to take up the chance of getting a refill for my cup. When I did, I went straight back to him. "Hey babe, I'm back," I said, all giggly and tipsy. "Cat, hey baby," he said to me. I gave him a sexy and sloppy kiss, but he brushed me off him. "Huh? Is everything alright, Damon?" I asked, alarmed. It was as if I immediately became half sober again. "Yeah, everything's fine, it's just..." he trailed off. "It's just what, Damon?" I asked, worried at his sudden behavior. "Look, Catherine, you're a gorgeous young woman, and you're sexy as hell, and I'm sure any guy would love to have you, but..." he started. "Damon!" I interrupted him in serious alarm. No, did I mention no? This cannot be happening. Damon is like the love of my life. We're meant for each other. I'm a cheerleader. He's a football player. We're both the most popular kids in school, and we're both descendants from the founding families. Not that that's important or anything, but still, we're practically made for each other." "I'm sorry, Catherine, but..." he continued. Are you breaking up with me?" I asked, heartbroken. The tears already started to sting my eyes. But I placed on a mask, as always, to hide it. "I'm sorry, Cat, but yeah, I'm breaking up with you," he admitted. Oh my god! My heart! My poor little heart! It just broke into a million tiny little pieces and turned to dust and flew out the window, being blown by a wind into the Wickery Lake under the Wickery Bridge, all in just a split second. But why?" I demanded to know. "I can't tell you." He told me. "Why the hell not?" I shouted at him. "Goodbye, Catherine," he said emotionlessly as he left. Damon! Damon! Get your ass back here right now! Don't you walk away, Damon! 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 I shouted out to him, but he never stopped to even glance behind his shoulder. I felt like a wreck now. It was as if I was nothing but some sort of rag towel you can pick up and throw away whenever you want. I soon ran off to Jeremy's room that was full of alcohol. I kept test drinking every bottle until I couldn't feel my own heart beating, or in this case, breaking. Damn, that was some dramatic shit right there. 7. It's official, I'm drunk! I slowly but surely made my way upstairs, since some random guy took most of the alcohol up there. I made a mental note to kick his ass later. Going up the stairs was risky, considering all the washed up and passed out hot girls that lay on the stairs, blocking some of the people's paths. Once I made it to the top, I went into a bedroom, but stopped. I surprisingly, this time getting it spelled correctly, heard something over the loud banging techno music. Was it ... crying? I walked over to the room and slowly opened the door. Yeah, 'cause I can totally hear shit when the music's banging, man. Operation Get Drunk? Check. Operation Shut Off My Emotions? I'll have to get back to me on that one. I mean, you'll have to get back to me on that one. I was a mess, an emotional wreck, I assume. My makeup was ruined, my hair was in crazy curls now, and I had mascara running down to my cheeks. I swear if there was a mirror in front of me, I'd practically laugh at my appearance right now. To everyone at school, they see me as a manipulative, insecure, neurotic, slutty bitch with no emotion. But what they don't realize is that in reality, I'm weak, insecure, and vulnerable. But worst of all, I'm an emotional wreck, especially behind closed doors. When I heard somebody opening the door, I quickly wiped away any leftover mascara and made myself look decent looking. Or decent looking. I turned to see the intruder. "Stefan?" I said in confusion and shock. What are you doing here?" I started to wonder. "Oh, I heard somebody crying and became curious. Were you crying?" he asked. I looked at him as if he was insane. "Of course not! Why would you think that?" I lied. "We're the only 2 people in this room, and I'm sure as hell..." "No, I wasn't the one crying," Stefan stated. "I wasn't crying," I stated. "Well, whatever you were doing, why were you doing it?" he wondered. I rolled my eyes slightly and shook my head. I soon scoffed and said, "Your brother dumped me." "What? When?" he asked in confusion. 2 hours, 20 minutes, and 37 seconds ago, but who's counting?" I quipped honestly. I'm sorry, Catherine, I didn't know, he told me. I looked at him in confusion for a brief moment and said, What are you so sorry about? You're probably leaping for joy on the inside after all. You hate me so, why would you be sorry for me? In fact, you're probably the reason why Damon dumped me, huh? You told him bad rumors about me to him and turned him against me? It was all you, Stefan. You did this, didn't you? Well, that escalated. Stefan, I was in shock. I know, right? Same here, dude. She just snapped on us. Like, sheesh. Calm your calamities that are your memories, man. How could she say something like that? Did she really think of me that way? Has it ever occurred to you that I might actually feel sorry for you for my own will? Not because I could gain something out of it? You need to stop being so shallow. Not everything is about you, you know? The whole world doesn't revolve around Miss Catherine Gilbert. You need to let people be there for you. Show your support instead of hiding in the shadows crying by yourself. Stop hiding yourself already. I find it very irritating that you're actually letting people believe you can't feel anything. Here's the proof right here that shows you do feel. You are crying, Catherine. You can either admit it or not, but I know the truth. So stop being an annoying little stubborn bitch and show your true colors. I yelled at her slightly and made my point. I actually wasn't yelling. It's like almost 12, like midnight, so I'm not gonna yell too much, but pretend he was yelling. I didn't know why, but even after hearing all the rumors, seeing her making fun of me or others at school, a part of me felt like this was all just a big facade. Or facade, whatever you want to say it. I didn't exactly have proof that Catherine was actually a kind person, but I knew for a fact she couldn't possibly be a 100% cold-hearted bitch. Right? Catherine. I couldn't freaking believe it. I was just speechless. Nobody, and I mean nobody, had talked to me that way before. I found it inspiring, beautiful, interesting, sexy. I was seeing a side of Stefan I've never seen before. This one was hot, spunky, and spoke his mind. Not like he wasn't that way before, but now it was more intense and noticeable. I couldn't believe I've never noticed this before. Maybe I was too busy with cheerleading practice, dating Damon, and handling my dysfunctional siblings to notice. Yeah, that's it. After a few minutes, Stefan looked like he was about to leave. Stefan, wait! I called out slightly. Stefan slowly turned around to look back at me, cautiously. I slowly walked up to Stefan, being face to face with him. I looked intensely in his emerald green eyes with my dark brown eyes. I don't know if it was me, pettiness from Damon breaking up with me, or the alcohol, but I did it anyway. I kissed him. I kissed Stefan. What? Oh my god! Oh, fuck off. Anyway. Yeah, moving on. You kissed him, alright. 7. I was caught off guard immediately once her lips crashed onto mine. I've never noticed how soft and delicate her lips were. I soon started to inhale her chocolate fragrance. Everything about her at the moment screamed perfection in my ears. What shocked me the most was that I actually liked the kiss and wanted more of her. Now on to Catherine. His lips were smooth and had the perfect shape. For a few seconds, Stefan started to wet my upper lip with his tongue, asking for an entrance. He was actually asking me for permission? After a brief moment of teasing, I soon let him in. That's when the fireworks started. The taste of him was so delicious, it was indescribable. The moment he got in, World War III had started. In the end, the Italians, which refers to Stefan, had beaten down the Bulgarians, which refers to me, in the battle, although I still might think I just let him win. After what seemed like hours when really it was minutes, we pulled away gasping for airs. Minutes? Jeez. What kind of kissing were you doing? I smiled slightly at Stefan and he did the same. I took a hold of his hand and took him to my bedroom, which was next to Jeremy's. Once we got there, we had picked off what we left off. Or where you let off if you want to be more grammatically correct, but fuck it. We kissed each other with a fiery, burning passion. I think there should be an E there. And started to remove our clothing one by one. Stefan pushed me slightly on top of my bed and started to kiss my belly all the way up to my neck. Well, all the way to my neck. He got on top of me and gave kisses on my neck, leaving a few hickeys. I don't think that's how hickeys work, but okay. The rest of the night was filled with pleasure and moaning, and I'm pretty sure you were louder than the loud party music playing itself. I doubt it. But okay, whatever. It's your fantasy, Catherine. I'm not gonna stop you. Well, that was fast. Lol. Yep, that was fast. I'll give you that, me. That was indeed fast. Anyway, ... We'll see what will become of them soon. They were enemies. ... What are they now? Why did Damon break up with Catherine? Why, like Elena, didn't he tell her the reason why he decided to break up with her? We'll find out soon. Happy September! Remember, only 3... there was no remember there. I just fixed it because September, remember, fuck it. Only 33 days till TVD. I guess at the time, The Walking Dead was on break. So yeah, that was my fanfiction. That was truly something. I don't know if I'm gonna continue reading these stuff. I mean, of course I'm gonna write these stuff eventually. Someone has to. But I don't know if I'll continue reading it for his channel. I mean, you let me know if you're interested. If there's really high demand, maybe I'll continue. I'm definitely interested in reading this one out because this one is just pure trash. And it's just batshit insane, so I wouldn't mind reading this one more. Abomination is too good for me to read it. I mean, maybe the first couple chapters I could do, but I'm not gonna do the whole thing. I'm definitely not gonna do the whole thing of Never Let Me Fall again, maybe the few chapters, because that thing is way too long. So I might do a few chapters, or at least the chapters that I think are really batshit insane that I'll do. But for now, yeah, I'll totally see if I can finish this entire series of growing up. That'll be fun. But who knows? I mean, I might do something else. Maybe I'll actually review other fanfiction and read them. Or maybe you can recommend me some fanfiction that you find off the internet. I mean, after all, 50 Shades of Grey was fanfiction and it became a movie, so who knows? Maybe my stuff will get agreed. Oh god, I hope that never happens. But, but anyway, still, or I could read some old fanfictions that I used to read when I first got into it. Stuff that were giving me inspiration to write my own fanfiction, so that way you know where I got these ideas from. I mean, I wasn't fully plagiarizing it, but clearly there are some inspirations. Maybe I can show you guys that. Or I could just do something else completely insane and show how much... I don't know. I don't know what the future holds for me, but we'll see. You guys let me know, and I'll see what happens next week. I'll try and get this up tonight, and if not, I'll try to see if I can get it tomorrow, but it's definitely going to have to come out sooner or later this week, so... Anyway, that being said, I'll see you guys. Stay cool, guys. Yeah, stay cool. As if that's going to ever catch on. Sure.